Hey there, Instagram Live. Hey there, YouTube Live. So, um, last week I moved my start times from 9 p.m. to 7 p.m. And this week I'm going to shoot my lives when I've got time, knowing that they will stay on the internet and be watchable. So today is going to be short and sweet, and it is about this thing that we call purpose. And I had probably one of, if not the smartest people that I know, sent me a Nietzsche quote the other day, because we had been having on and off conversations about purpose. And a little background: I started on this body of work 15, 20 years ago. I had a mentor who spent a lot of time with people on purpose, and he would have he had a class where the result of it was supposed to be that you had a sentence where you could clearly state your purpose. And it became an exercise in futility, because people would sit around and discuss what they had come up with, and then everybody would go, no, that's not it, that's not it, you don't have it right. And every week it was just new exercise in futility. And I had shared that story with this guy who will remain nameless, and he shared this Nietzsche quote with me. And so here I am now, all these years into this work, and this is the first time I've ever heard this, and it just was so clarifying and helpful. I hope this is of value to you. And Nietzsche refers to basically your virtue. He doesn't use the actual word, or at least the translation doesn't use the word purpose. But he says, you would do better to say, unspeakable and nameless is that which causes my soul agony and sweetness, and is even the hunger of my entrails. Let your virtue be too high for the familiarity of names, and if you must speak of it, then do not be ashamed to stammer about it. Then speak and stammer that this is my good. I love this. Thus I like it entirely. Thus alone do I want the good. Sorry, I'd look around to see the last part of it on my screen. So thus I like it entirely. Thus alone do I want the good. And so this ties into what I've talked about in the past, is the commitment to trial and error. And so it's important to put yourself out there and to be engaged in a lifetime of trial and error. And one of the most reliable pieces of feedback that you can ever get, if you're on the right track regarding your purpose, is that it feels good. It physically feels good. Now, I'm going to make a confession that I've never made in public before, because it's unspeakable. No, it's not. But it is about something that feels good to me. So I took I love drawing. I love architectural drawing. I love precise architectural drawing. And I love perspective drawing. It puts my brain in a place that I can do it for hours. It is incredibly enjoyable. And I've never put that gift, that enjoyment, to commercial use. I've never done it. But I've taken classes. I do it on my own. It's just so physically pleasurable. And there are other aspects. For example, this experience of talking live on YouTube is very enjoyable for me. It gives me a shot of adrenaline. It gives me just the right shot to where I get a little heightened focus. You may not feel that when you're listening to me, but still, it gives me some heightened focus, and it releases pleasant chemicals in my body. And so you're going to know by virtue of that bodily feedback, that you're on the right track. So, don't spend a ton of time trying to have the perfect sentence or trying to explain it to others. Live it. Just be it. And the flip side of that, which I have also lived, is when you're not on purpose, how exhausting it is, how much your body hurts. And when it's really the wrong thing, you can't out exercise it, you can't out meditate it. There's nothing you can do to relieve that misery other than to stop that which is causing it. So what's one of my absolute misery spots? It's paperwork. Now, ironically, I have a degree in accounting. And my first 2 years out of college, I worked in accounting and I was sick half the time. So I've lived both ends, both sides, multiple sides of what I'm talking about. So I leave you with this thought. If you're in misery, you can't out meditate it. You can't out exercise it. You have got to change it. You've got to stop. If it's your job, you've got to make some changes. And then also when you are on the right track, when you are doing those things, even when it's like really hard, really challenging, um, you're going to feel good. You're going to physically feel good. You're going to have levels of energy that you've never had before. So I urge you to engage in that. Now, I'll have my website link on this broadcast. And so feel free to click on that. If you would like help from someone else, I'm pretty good at helping folks do this. And so feel free to give me a shout. In the meantime, look for those moments when you just find yourself feeling really good, really productive, highly energetic. That's what I got. I'll talk to you later.